Welcome back, everybody. I've been getting a lot of requests to finish up my video on my micro ATX gigabyte 6-core processor SATA 3 hard drive 6870 build. I'm sorry it took so long. Been kind of busy here at the shop, but this is the final product, is in front of us, and I have made some changes. So most importantly, the biggest change was the fan controller you saw. But let me go back to the back here. I have it hooked up to the 6870, and I have added a, let me disconnect this here, I have added a wireless in draft PCI wireless card here. I have it hooked up through to this monitor via KVM switch, so not the best video quality, but it does it just gets the job done for this video. What I have in front of here is I've replaced the multicolored 80mm fan, intake fan, with a Vantech 80mm 55,000 RPM fan. Now I needed this because what happened was there is a program that is out right now, and I will show you all right here. Power Director 9 Ultra, the first native 64-bit program in terms of video editing. And you see how quick it popped up. This program is amazingly fast. So basically, you have to go to Adobe CS4 or CS5 to get anything faster, and those programs are thousands of dollars. And this program is about $130 after taxes. But it renders files and videos amazingly quick. It does this by using all the acceleration technology currently out there right now. And when I actually render something with Power Director, it will actually stress out all my cores to the max. My 6 cores to 3.75, and temperature became a problem. And it really did become a problem because if any of you do video rendering, you know that it could take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to render HD into any other format. And sustaining a CPU at max load for that amount of time actually builds up heat. So in this micro ATX case, I actually had to add the Vantech 55,000 RPM fan. But if you've never heard how this fan sounds, I will demonstrate. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn the fan up all the way, and now it's about 5,400 RPM, and I'll get close to this. I don't know how well you can hear it out there, but this is insanely loud if you're in a room by yourself. Okay, you put this fan on a table, it will actually float. The grill is there for protection. So what I have in front here is one of the biggest changes that I've done to the computer. It's this Scythe. So it's from Scythe, Kaze Master Rheostat or Kaze Master fan controller. We have 4 fan controllers knobs here, all with temperature monitoring. So the far left one, as you've just seen, is for the CPU, and 29.4 degrees Celsius at 3,500 RPM. Now we can turn it down. When I'm gaming or doing anything else, this is very low RPM. The beautiful thing about this Scythe fan controller is that not only does it look awesome, I mean it just very, very classy, very, very sharp. Every edge, if you can see here, this is aluminum, and the edges are actually exposed aluminum, and we have brushed black finish here, and all the knobs are aluminum, and they're cut on the edges to expose a little bit of aluminum out. Very, very classy. It looks awesome. A little bit pricey though. It's about $55 on average, and the installation can be kind of a pain on this, but definitely worth the money if you're doing video editing or extreme gaming or something like that. Besides that, the Manhattan multi-card reader, DVD burner, everything's the same. Let's see, I added an Infinity badge, and the SATA 6 hard drive, which is incredibly faster than my SATA 2 Western Digital Black that I have in my Antec here. Let's see. Oh, a few of you have actually asked how does it work out with the PCI Express power connectors on the side, and this is how it looks. Okay, no problem. Now if you would actually, a few of you, if depending on your case, if these power connectors were in front, it would actually add to the length of the card somewhat, and that could give you clearance issues. But for as I have right now. You know, no clearance issues whatsoever. The card exhaust hot air here, and I took off the top, you know, PCI cover just to exhaust more hot air when I was video rendering. If you're video rendering of a rig of this caliper, and if you have a very good program like PowerDirector 9 or CS4 or CS5, I highly recommend you do not buy a micro ATX case. In terms of gaming and everything else, no problem. Works beautifully. I love the rig. It's portable. This is a very heavy rig, by the way. With the XFX power supply, I would estimate this thing is going to be around 20, maybe 18 to 20 pounds. So it's not a light rig by any means, but it's definitely worth it. It was definitely worth the build, and it was definitely worth the effort to actually build this. Let's see a little bit on the computer, see if I don't go over YouTube's little time frame here. I'm the only cameraman today, so you have to excuse any wobbling. I'll try to edit that out later. But this is my screensaver, and what I have here is Windows 7 Ultimate, and I am going to show you the numbers on the system. So basically, let's see how this system looks in terms of the Windows numbering. So what we have here is we have a, once it focuses, AMD Phenom II 6-core 1055T processor at 3.75 gigahertz, stable, very stable at 3.75 gigahertz. I have 8 gigs of ADATA DDR3 gaming RAM in there, 64-bit OS, of course, and at this speed we have the processor ranked at, you know, this is just a rough estimate, of course, for those you know. So the processor is going to be ranked at 7.6 out of a possible 7.9. RAM is 7.6 out of a possible 7.9. Graphics is 7.8 for Aero and 7.8 for 3D gaming. I have not overclocked the 6870. I'm sure that could be bumped up to 7.9. And the data transfer rate for the hard disk, even though it's a SATA 3 hard drive, is only 5.9. Again, we all know that Windows 7 experience doesn't accurately measure everything precisely. So very respectable numbers, very nice numbers. This thing is lightning quick. It does everything I ask of it. Let's see, I have about a few more minutes. I could definitely load up some games and see. This is a 1080i monitor, and let's put up Alien vs Predator. So I have Alien vs Predator, and I'm going to type in my password here on Steam. So had to bear with me for a second. Okay, so once we log into Steam, we can load up Alien vs Predator and see how that looks. And we're gonna play Alien vs Predator and DirectX 11. 6870, why not, right? I don't have any of the tricks of the video card put up. I don't have morphological anti-aliasing or anything of that nature up. All I do have is that it's going to be maxed out. Okay, I should have actually put fraps up. So once it loads up, you know. So this is Alien vs Predator with all the effects turned up the highest. We have motion blur. Let's see what we have for graphics in terms of graphics wise. So we have graphics at video, should be everything maxed. DirectX features 1080i 1920 by 1080, shadows high, everything, ambient occlusion, everything maxed up. Okay, so we're gonna go back and let's resume the game. Okay, and since I don't have a cameraman, I'm going to skillfully just move forward and that is smooth, buttery smooth. Okay, now I wish that I had a cameraman with me so that I could show you, and we can zoom in. Very nice. Quick zooming. Once I get, well, I don't know if I have enough time to turn on fraps, but believe it or not, we are getting 60 frames per second on average with everything turned up highest. So very quick, very nice. But DirectX 11 is only available in a handful of games. Again, you can see how smooth everything is. But let me exit out of here. We should actually turn on fraps. And I have a few more minutes before, you know, I run out of official YouTube time. And hopefully we can load up so that we see fraps right there in a second. And we have it up there right there. I'm going to exit out of this. And I'm going to continue, and let's see what it looks like. And reverse spreader, bear with me here. Okay, so let's look at the top left corner. Fraps is at 60 frames per second, and again, I wish that I could, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk forward and keep an eye on fraps, the counter. Very smooth. I get a consistent 60 frames per second. Action gets heavy, I get about, let's say, 55 to 50 frames per second on a 21.5-inch monitor at full effects. So 6870 with the 1055T overclocked at 3.75 and 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM is all you can see the Predator playing, and the tessellation is what you see on the claws and everything. So totally awesome for gaming. Totally awesome for video rendering, and multitasking is, you know, just great. I don't have the little rig hooked up to my iFinity setup here. I do have my Antec hooked up to the iFinity setup, but I can actually, you know, do so much with my Antec 4-core build with the 5830 that I surmise that the this little rig I have here can do doubly as much. So AMD definitely giving you best bang for the buck, you know, at the time of this video. But thanks for watching, you all. Any questions, feel free to message me, post comments. Please don't, you know, swear or put really, you know, nasty comments on. I mean, if you don't like something, just say so. But you know, I've actually had to delete a few comments, so it just, you know, reflects badly on the person, I think. But we're all here just to have fun, to show each other, you know, what we build and what we do, and hopefully get some ideas. So thanks for watching, and I will do a video on my next build, which will be a very similar build but in the Cooler Master case that you see right here. And I'll do a little review on the case too. The case is brand new. I unboxed it myself, but I haven't actually thrown it together. Thanks for watching, you all. Bye.